Popping out on them, a politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting what do for a purse, disgusting what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches, just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow the whole budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed, salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you
Back in week 1, the Packers dominated their first matchup against the Lions. Can Detroit get revenge? Find out next.
Here's the kicker, Aldrick Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Buckley. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Oh, what a move. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Rodgers looking to throw on third and 2. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rodgers going to throw. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On second down, here's Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another first and 10 here.
17 yards. First down, Packers.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. At the Lions' 13-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 6th touchdown of the season. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Buckley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Buckley. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
And that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots, and here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nola Igbenogany. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Buckley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, Buckley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
All you got to do is look it up.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Rosas to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Back to throw. Buckley. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Buckley. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 44. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Buckley. This pass caught by Hamler. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now a play fake here on first. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Buckley.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Buckley. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Matt Ioannidis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a 33-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers again now. Touchdown, Packers.
Packers. Amari Rodgers, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Rosas now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Rosas set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. They'll start with the option. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half.
He's got a man complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Lions 6. Rosas set to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Rodgers will throw for it, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Packers pick it up. And some room to run now. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Detroit. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those. Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down. A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. At the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. Buckley looking middle, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Buckley. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Buckley. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run with Barkley. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, Buckley. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Buckley. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 1st down, Buckley. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again, Buckley. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Buckley. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
McManus for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll run for it with Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Dillon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. back to throw. Buckley. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Buckley.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to